I'm not a FNaF theorist. I'm saying this right off the bat. I do not plan on making regular videos about this. I'm not changing my channel or anything, but I feel like this needs to go out. So for the past year, I've been working with someone who I now consider to be one of my best friends. His name's Jacob, and our job very easily allows us to have conversations with each other based on the nature of what we do. So after talking for a while, we both figured out that we both like Five Nights at Freddy's. Since then, we have discussed many different theories, tossed around a lot of ideas. We went and saw the movie together the weekend that it came out. It was great. He's my FNaF friend. I had a thought a little while ago that I brought up to him, and we kind of convinced each other of it. We both ended up agreeing, and I wanted to make a quick video about it because I feel like more people need to think about things like this. We have a worry that the Five Nights at Freddy's community, the theorists, the people who are trying to solve the games, we're starting to wonder if the founding blocks for ideas are the right blocks. We're trying to question a lot more things than it seems like a lot of main theory channels are. And one of the things that we're both starting to reconsider is the idea that Michael Afton is an Afton in the first place. We're kind of thinking the opposite. We're thinking Michael could be a Schmidt, and that Henry Emily is actually Henry Schmidt. There are multiple points that I will get to. This is what we currently believe, and we are open to interpretation. So if you have any other notes, leave them down in the comments. I want to go through these because I find this topic very interesting personally. As a quick refresher, here is the voice clip that you hear once you beat the 1020 mode of Sister Location Custom Night.
Father, it's me, Michael. I did it. I found it. It was right where you said it would be. They were all there. They didn't recognize me at first, but then they thought I was you. And I found her. I put her back together, just like you asked me to. She's free now. But something is wrong with me. I should be dead. But I'm not. I've been living in shadows. There is only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you.
Okay, so now that you've heard this, let's put some things into the context that we have come to. Imagine, for the sake of this argument, Michael Afton is Mike Schmidt, same character from the first game. The movie could back this up based on the idea that the guy who plays Mike's dad could be argued to look similar as the technician who is working on an animatronic in the background of the training tape. In the books, specifically the graphic novel, it's depicted that William and Henry look quite alike. This is possibly an idea where the two of them are related. They could be brothers. I know that might sound a little bit weird. They're not just business partners, they're brothers, but stick with me. Henry in the books is depicted to have two children, Charlie and Sammy. This could be a parallel to the movie and say that Michael is the game equivalent of Sammy. Also, it makes sense in the movie because Michael is depicted to have two siblings. One of them is Garrett, who got taken by William, and the other is Abby, who we see currently living in the movie. Spoilers. For this specific idea, my thought on this is that William kept his father's name, whereas Henry might have taken his mother's name. So it's a Miles Morales situation where the kid can kind of choose which last name they want. Either it's the mother or the father. And this plays into another thing that we had thought of. Midnight Motorist. I've never been of the belief that Orange Guy is William Afton. I've always thought that it was someone else. And this idea of Michael being a Schmidt and Henry and William being brothers makes a lot of sense for Midnight Motorist, in my opinion. Orange Guy is William and Henry's dad in this situation. The kid who runs away is William going to Fredbear's singing show, where the character on the couch watching TV is Henry. Henry is the only character that we have heard of who naturally is more caring, he's more of a soft soul. And what is the one line of dialogue that he says? Leave him alone tonight, he had a rough day. What are the footprints in the back of the house? It's Fredbear beckoning William to go and visit the location. The mound of dirt? It's their mom. Women never tend to stay alive in this universe for some reason, so who else could it be? What about the glass shards? It's an insignificant detail that I personally don't think it matters too much. The window was broken, that's all that matters. Also, the car. You could make the argument that the car in Midnight Motorist is the same car that shows up in the Save Him minigame. Now, I know from experience that this is a thing because I have experienced this myself. The car that I currently drive used to be my dad's. So it's possible that Afton Sr. handed his purple car down to William. Okay, so enough of the Midnight Motorist stuff, going back to the book parallel. William and Henry are depicted to look a lot alike in the graphic novels, which could lend to the idea that they are brothers. So Henry, therefore, could also have 2 kids in the game timeline, but instead of Sammy and Charlie, it is Charlie and Michael. Vanessa from the movie is a very clear parallel to Elizabeth in the games. It is quite possible that whatever mental illness William has also got passed down to Elizabeth, which might also be a reason why Orange Guy is colored orange, because he is a character that has a color associated with him, but it is not William. But having a solid colored character automatically connects him to William because William is the only other character that we have seen depicted in a solid color. So therefore, in my mind, the 2 of them are related, and it's possible that with the aggression that we see from the Midnight Motorist Orange Guy, whatever he had down to William, and William passed his mental illness down to Elizabeth, genetically. So if we go back to the sister location quote quick, I did it. I found it. It was right where you said it would be. So Henry, in this situation, sent Michael to go find his uncle's underground bunker. Michael wouldn't know where this is unless he was living in the house that William was. And I highly doubt that if you are living in a house, you wouldn't know about the underground bunker that is currently under your own house. So it makes sense for Michael to not live in the house where the bunker is, so he has to go find it at his uncle's house. Henry is trying to free all the souls of the kids, and this one just so happens to be his niece, so it's a little more important. So who is the older brother? He's still Michael, but he is Mike Schmidt, not Mike Afton. The young child, crying child, let's call him Evan, we can call him Garrett, whatever you'd like, but he is crying child Schmidt. This video is probably going to be pretty scrapped together. Things might not be told in the most linear of senses, but I needed to get this out because I had this idea. We were talking about this at work, and I think that people need to look at things in new ways, and so that's what this video is about. Really realizing that the building blocks that we have been using might not be the sturdiest. So I hope this was thought-provoking. I hope this kind of helped people to see things from a different angle. If you believe in this, that's cool. If you don't, that's also cool. That's the point of these. They're only theories. Theory crafting is the essence of this franchise at this point, and so this is my contribution to it. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome out there.